Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video, what I got going on for you guys is something simple. What we're going to be discussing is a pair of sneakers that has spiked up in price recently. We had the brick by brick spike up in price, and we have the SB4 Navy, which is kind of slowly trending pretty good, I'd say. We've also had a couple other pairs as well, some SB Dunk Lows, things like that, some smaller bets, ones Yeezy slides, you know what I mean? Like, those are going up again. But today in this video, what we're discussing is a pair of sneakers that's gone up in price, and I got to be real with you guys. I originally called this sneaker, and I was like, you know what? I didn't think this sneaker was going to be a hold. I thought it would be a great flip. I thought it would have a strong market, but it has gone absolutely crazy in price, and they've gone up. And the reason I didn't think they were going to be a hold, I'll show you guys why, is because, well, with the last pair, it goes for much less, and there's less of them available in StockX. But with this pair, there's more of them available in StockX, and it's going for like $200 more. So the math isn't mathing, but sometimes it doesn't have to. So let's just get into it. If you guys want more sneaker content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. And again, let me know if you guys got this pair in the comments. Let's try and hit 300 likes in this video. Don't miss the Whatnot Labs, man. We just went crazy today on Whatnot. Shout out to all you guys that are tuning in. As always, we give away stuff every single stream and save those upcoming streams. We actually have an SB4 giveaway, which is planned coming up on one of those streams, along with some sudden death streams and, you know, stuff where we start stuff at $1, things like that. So if that's what you guys are interested in, check it in or check it out down below in the pinned comment. It'll be right there or in my description. And you can check anything else down below, my Instagrams, IGs. Well, that's the same thing. And us at Resale Vision too, if you want to just see some of the deals, things like that we do occasionally. So I hope y'all won't miss out, and I hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get started. So as you guys can see, the pair we're discussing today is the Little Yachty Air Force One Lucky Green. Now, you guys probably remember, we discussed these as a flip. They've always had a strong market. I thought they were originally probably going to go for, I think in my first video I made on them was like 180, 220. So, like, you know, we thought they were going to have a strong market. But let me show you guys why I thought the sneaker wasn't going to be a hold, right? So you go to size 10 right here, 18 left, right? You go to the last Little Yachty Air Force One, size 10, 14 left. There's less of the original colorway available on StockX, but look what it's going for. And look at this. The math is not mathing at all. But again, sometimes it doesn't have to. I think the reason that people like this pair much more is because A, the release style that did it. It dropped on Little Yachty's website. Excuse me. It was hard to get there. Also on sneakers was very hard to obtain as well. So there was just low stock for this pair. Also, the stock numbers weren't really known. That's another thing that can really help a sneaker go for a lot of money over time, is if we really don't know the stock numbers. Like with this pair, right, we knew it was going to be lower stock, but we don't have the exact numbers for sneakers and between the Little Yachty website and all the other little online locations that had it as well. It's just kind of unknown for this pair, and that's something that can really help a pair go for a lot of money or spike up in price. You head to the chart for these, take a look. So we're starting down here at about $200, and now we're consistently selling up here at $300. So in about a month's time or so, we've gone up about $100. So that's actually a little less than a month. I think that is about 3 weeks right there. So don't sleep, man. That is a very strong market. So if you can get these right now and flip them, definitely would, because, well, you're going to be able to sell them pretty easily, whether it's to apps, and, you know, a couple weeks they'll probably keep going up pretty consistently, at least another $50, I'd say. If not, then, well, you're still probably going to be making money, so I really wouldn't worry about that. But my opinion on the Lucky Greens is that this is where the market will probably settle and stay. It's not going to tank unless there's some sort of other restock on the way, which there probably isn't, because most of the releases are done for the sneaker. And again, we don't really know the stock because it was lower and it was between a few locations that didn't give us the numbers. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about this pair, but it has gone absolutely crazy. Again, a lot of the time with these sneakers that spike up in price, it's the ones that you don't expect. Brick by bricks, everyone kind of knew those were going to run up in price, right? But with these, it was, again, another one of those hype shoes that was a little bit lower stock that people weren't expecting this spike up in price. Definitely be looking out for those hype kicks sometimes with a bit lower stock that people are just like, oh, you know, that'll be like, it'll be kind of like just like a basic flip, 180, 220. Like, be looking for those sometimes, because those can occasionally be the really, really good bets. Sometimes they just end up, you know, doing exactly that and being a simple and basic flip. But sometimes they end up doing something like this and spike it up in price because they were lower stock. There wasn't a bunch of people targeting them directly, right, for the hold. And yeah, I mean, again, with it being lower stock as well and it just being dropped amongst a few locations, it made it harder to cop. So not as many people got it for retail. And that's another reason why these went up in price so much. It was hard to cop them for retail. Let's be real. There was not a lot of people that got these for that retail price. So understanding that, yeah, they were kind of always going to go up at least a little bit. But they're a very good flip at the moment. You can see the prices that they're at. This is pretty solid for some Air Forces. And they're selling there too. Just check the bids. Here, let me show you this. Look at that highest bid, $258. So people are willing to pay up, and last sale, $303. So shows you that the market is trending up for this pair. But I just think it's so funny. You look at the last pair, which these did have more stock. That's just the main reason these are going for less. But it's funny because, yeah, literally there's some that have less available on StockX right now. You know what I mean? And you look at the other pair, there's more available, but they're going for way more. Again, that just shows you that people are rocking with this colorway more, has a bit more hype behind it, the release, the promotion they did behind it, it was just a bit more. Also, when these leaked early, there was just a decent amount of hype for them. So people have always liked these. I feel like these have been out there for a couple months. They've had that time to build up hype on them, and Lil Yachty also did a great job promoting them. It also shows you that Lil Yachty still has a lot of hype behind him, you know what I mean? That's another thing I did not expect in 2025 is that Lil Yachty is going to be having some kicks doing some numbers like these. I definitely expected to have some kicks that flip, you know what I mean? Because, well, his last ones do. But, yeah, these are some great numbers. That's one thing I can say. So, that's my opinion on, well, the Lil Yachty Air Force One Concrete Boys Lucky Green. If you got this pair, good job. And that is one thing I can say about this sneaker. Check out those sales. You can see these are consistently going up. And another reason that these have gone up in price so well, right? It's because, well, there wasn't many international releases for the sneaker. So, if you're selling the shoe through apps, right? A lot of the time you might be able to get linked with international customers, and that'll yield you a really high price, because sometimes they'll be willing to pay a lot more because they just literally don't have the shoe over there, you know what I mean? So be mindful of that. It's a lot of the reason that you'll see some of these sales super high, like out of nowhere. So just keep that in mind. You see it a lot with Travis Scott shoes. And yeah, guys, again, this is another sneaker that has spiked up in price recently, about, again, $100 in 3 weeks or so. That is definitely a pretty significant rise, pretty similar to the Brick by Bricks, excuse me. I can't speak today. It was a little bit more, but I mean, again, it's just because there was just more hype for that sneaker. Let's be real, and they've always just been kind of at higher prices. But we're not comparing. We're just, well, I guess we are. But we're not saying like which one's better. You know what I mean? Whatever one you think's better, that's up to you. You know what I mean? They're both dope sneakers in my opinion. Got unique vibes to each one, and yeah, I mean, I think that's why they're both cool shoes that went up in price. You know what I mean? They're both unique. That's really what you need with the sneaker for it to go up in price. So that's my opinion on the Lil Yachty Lucky Green Air Force Ones. Again, we could probably see them go up a little bit more. I mean, again, I think if you see size 10 at $345, why could 11.5 and 12 not be there? So that's why I'm saying these could probably go up another $50 in some sizes, and then they'll probably chill and settle there for a bit. I don't think people are going to be paying $400 for Air Forces right now. They may, but I think it'll probably chill once we get to 350 in most sizes. That'll probably be where we see the market just kind of settle for a bit, at least for a couple months. But it's a limited shoe. It'll continue to go up in price in the future. It'll be pretty valuable as well. So if you want to keep one on ice, not a bad idea in my opinion. But that's what I can say about these right here. Very strong market, very consistent sneaker, and well, one that has gone up in price again and really spiked up in price. Maybe we could say it's gone up in price, but it's definitely been making some good progress. So again, that's my thoughts on this one right here. Good, quick flip. Also just a good one to hold on to if you want to hold it until later this year, or even get it off right now, because it seems like the sneaker is probably at its hottest point right about now or in a couple weeks. You know what I mean? Like that'll probably be where we see the market get to the highest point, and like that'll be right around where you want to sell it for. I mean, it will get higher in a couple years, right? But like for the time being, like that'll probably be your time if you want to get your pairs off. So that's what I could say about the Lil Yachty Air Force One, man. If you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Don't forget, let's just try to 300 likes on this video. Lets me know y'all want more content like this. And let me know if you want for this pair. Of course, I feel like we all went for it, right? But not all of us hit it. That's one of the main things we can say about this sneaker. And that's also why they spiked up in prices, because we all didn't hit it. It wasn't like an on my mind a year release, you know what I mean, where a lot of us have Emmanuel success, things like that. No, it was kind of like unknown, like, hey, you'll get the raffle dub in a couple hours. If you do, good. If you don't, good. It was just, you know what I mean? It was just one of those releases that, like, yeah, it wasn't easy to get it. So that's why they went up in price also. So always keep that in mind with sneakers that have a little bit harder of a release style. The next big sneaker release I really see doing something similar to this is going to be the Travis Scott Fragment Lows coming out September 1st. Those, I mean, literally September 1st, dropping at perfect time, like right around when most people have gotten into school comfortably. Like, bro, like, yeah, like that. If you don't think those are going to be spiked up in price, come on now. Like, unless they make like 1 million pairs of them or 100K or something, like it's that if that issue is going to go up in price, it's going to be that one. You know what I mean? So we'll leave it at that. Unless they start at like $2,500, then yeah, they'll drop from that point. That's just absolutely insane. But if you guys want more content like this, again, subscribe, like, let's try to 300 likes in this video. Lets me know y'all want more videos like this. You can check out the Whatnot lives down below. Don't forget, we've been going crazy there. We try and go live like 3-4 times a week, so just check it out. Don't miss the giveaways we do every single stream. Also 100+ items every single stream. Kicks, used kicks, new kicks, wide variety of tees, like essentials items, things like that. If you're interested, Supreme Accessories, check it out. It's down below the pinned comment. And if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. We got tons of stuff on the way, guys. Do not sleep. So check out the Whatnot. Stay, subscribed over here if you aren't already. And yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. We'll get back to it. We'll try and answer you guys' questions. Your guys' questions. Sorry, I cannot speak to that. And yeah, that's really everything we need to say over here. I'm gonna chill with my cat a bit. She's actually just laying in my window resting today. It was kind of weird. Yesterday, it was super sunny, and she was just like kind of like running around, like following me around, you know, just being her funny self. Here's a picture of her. And today it's like kind of cloudy outside. And she's like sitting in the window. I'm like, man, should have did it yesterday, man. It was super sunny, but she probably did it a bit yesterday when I wasn't here, you know. So I don't know. I'm not like tracking my cat every day, you know, on her daily movements, but you know, we keep a close watching her, make sure she's good. So that's it. I'll catch y'all tomorrow in the next video. Hopefully I'll see y'all then. If you guys got any questions about these, or if you got a pair, hey, let me know in the comments. We'd love to hear it. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Don't miss it. Peace.